In this week's Rogers McHugh YouTube video, we're going to be discussing the death of recruitment as AI takes over. Let's go! Welcome to the Rogers McHugh YouTube video. In this week's episode, we're going to be discussing the effect that AI or artificial intelligence may have on the recruitment sector in years to come. So there's been a lot of chat recently in the office and externally about the impact that AI is ultimately going to have in the world of recruitment and whether it will make a recruitment consultant's job obsolete. Spoiler alert, I don't believe that it is. And I'll tell you for why. I certainly think that AI is going to be able to enhance a recruitment consultant's job. And I think you need to embrace technology in whatever form that may be. I mean, luckily I'm not quite old enough, but listening to some people that I've worked with in the past and people that I know in the industry that talk about pre-internet years and pre-sort of database years where everything was on cards. You had cards with your client numbers on and your candidate numbers. They will have longed for the day when you could have a CRM that will maintain and contain all of your client details, all of your candidate details. You can send CVs at the click of a button. So any technology that's coming, you certainly need to embrace, because I do believe it can make your job better and easier and ultimately make it easier for you to make money. However, I certainly don't think that AI is going to replace the recruitment consultant's job. It makes matching easier. It may well be that you can pull off CVs of candidates a lot easier. It may well be that an AI program might be able to match candidate skill sets to a degree. However, when you're taking a job spec, as you probably know, there are probably 10 or 11 different qualifications, experiences that a client will want the candidate to have. And if you're in recruitment, you'll also know the chances of them having all 10 or 11 is probably slim to none. Where the ability and the skills of the recruitment consultant come in is to be able to identify which of those skills or qualifications are absolutely essential and work back from there. It's feasible that AI wouldn't be able to do that. Moreover, when you are speaking to a candidate, it may well be that the CV doesn't scream out that they match the skill set. However, in talking to them, you draw that information out from them on the phone or face-to-face or on a Teams interview, and you're able to then sell the candidate into the client based on the call or the meeting that you've had with them, rather than the CV. And look, as a perm biller, you should always be looking at trying to get the interviews booked in prior to sending a CV. You should be trying to do that based on your knowledge of the candidate, your knowledge of the vacancy, and matching the two together. And if you've got a good relationship with your client, then you can certainly do that. So I think that AI will help. I don't think it'll take over. There's far too many nuances within recruitment. We're not providing clients with an inanimate object. We're providing them with objects or people that can say no. So the art of recruitment isn't just in finding a candidate that matches the skill set or the job specification that you've been given by a client. The art of recruitment is selling that company to the potential candidate, selling the job and the prospects and the opportunity to the candidate, getting them bought into the idea of wanting to go for the interview. And ultimately, potentially on the flip side of that, selling your candidate into the client because their CV may not scream, this is exactly what we asked for. So the nuances and the benefits and the value that the recruitment consultant adds is far too nuanced for AI to ever replace a recruitment consultant. But like I say, it will make it easier. I'm sure you'll notice on LinkedIn now, there's probably a lot of the posts that are written by ChatGPT. I must admit it's not something I've ventured into yet, although I do know people that do it and do it successfully, and it saves them time. I know colleagues that I've worked with in the past that use ChatGPT to write their job descriptions. Again, not something that I necessarily buy into, because I think every job is more nuanced and you need to be able to sell the company. However, I know people that do it and it saves them a vast amount of time. So if you embrace the technology, if you utilise it in the areas of the job where it can speed up time and you can buy back some of your own time, then it gives you more opportunities to be doing more of the nuanced work, the stuff that really AI is never going to replace. And in all reality, it's the things that recruitment consultants get paid to do. We don't get paid really to go on CV Library and draw out a CV and send it to a client. That's not recruitment. Recruitment is knowing your market, knowing your niche, speaking to candidates on a regular basis, speaking to clients on a regular basis, knowing their key selling points, knowing what your candidate is looking for. And again, drilling down into what that candidate's looking for, because every time you speak to somebody, the first thing they'll say is they want progression. Nearly 90% of the time, why are you looking to leave? I want progression. And it's about drilling down into that, because that's never normally the reason. You'll ask questions, you'll build up a bit of a picture, and 4 or 5 minutes down the line, you'll find out what the real reason is. And it might be that they don't get flexibility where they are and they need to work from home 2 days a week because they've got a young family. It might be that they want to just be closer to home because they're sick of doing the travel. It might be that they want to work for a bigger organisation, and the impression they give their peers is that they want to work for the best company in the industry, that's got the biggest brand name, that they can stand there confidently and say I work for the best company in the industry. So it's far too nuanced for AI to take over. However, that being said, like I say, there is a place for it. You do need to embrace technology, because if you never embrace technology, then people would still be now with the cards, with the candidates and the clients on, and that's just not time efficient. And like I say, that's not what we're paid in recruitment to do. We're paid to do the nuance and the touchy-feely, if you like, the touchy-feely work, where you're actually getting under the skin of the clients and under the skin of the candidates. So embrace AI, allow it to free up your time, allow it to do some of the more mundane admin tasks that can be done through technology, and free up and buy back your own time to then do more of the nuanced tasks and ultimately go and earn some money. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It's a bit of a different one for myself, and I've quite enjoyed having the conversation in the office about it, and with colleagues about it, and with peers about it. Like I say, for me, recruitment's not dead. There'll always be a requirement for recruitment consultants, so that's the good news. However, I'd be interested to know your thoughts. What are you using AI for at the minute within your day-to-day work? Where do you see it going? What do you think it could ultimately deliver in the future? And most importantly, subscribe to the channel, because YouTube loves subscribers, and the more subscribers we get, the more people will see the videos, and we're trying to get it out to the masses at the minute. So I really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel, and like I say, you'll then be notified as well every week when a new video drops, and we'll see you next week.